students. So I'm in the garden and I'm in our secret garden, our orchard area. And this is the time of year that we plant fruit trees because it's gonna start raining a lot. And if we can get them in the ground just before it gets really cold and the ground freezes, the roots have time to establish themselves a little bit, get water from the rain, and start growing in the spring when we want them to, rather than planting them in the spring. And I wish you could be here joining us to plant these, but Mr. J and I are gonna get some of them in the ground today. And I'm gonna start here, and then we'll show you some of the other holes that we're gonna dig around the garden to build our orchard out. So here we've got our hole. It's almost perfect. It wants to be wide, 2 to 3 feet wide, depending on the size of the tree and the root system. And then it needs to be deep. I don't know how deep. Well, let's see. I'm loosening it so that it's at least, it's nice and loose, a foot down. And then I'm gonna kind of make it into a little convex shape so that I'm gonna mount it up here in the center. And then then you'll see when I rest the roots, the crown of the tree will sit up higher and the roots will come down along the edges here. I also like to break up the sides of the hole so that we don't have this like a sheer edge like that, because that can prevent water infiltration. So I like to keep that nice and loose as well. We're getting to a point where there used to be some fabric cloth in here. This probably wasn't the old path to when our compost was back here. So I'm kind of using that as my border. And this soil looks gorgeous, doesn't it? This is partially because we've been loading cardboard and wood chips and compost for years, and we've had lots of weeds breaking down. So we have this really nice dark soil because there's a lot of what in it? Organic matter. Okay, so.
Got compost? I do. A little bit of nutrition for our soon-to-be baby tree that's going in here. Very important. Everyone needs nutrients, including young plants.
And this is really great compost because it's really rich with organic matter, right?
Absolutely, and it's even richer because it was created here on site.
Right, so
not bought in a bag.
Right, and it's going to have the microbial action that we want, and maybe some fungus and mycelium.
I believe so.
Okay, and so, all right, so we're digging out one of the apple trees from the nursery bed that we have here. And so what's really important that Mr. J is doing is he's putting the shovel straight down and digging in. And so we're doing that because we don't want to cut into the tree roots too much. So we're going to position this, right?
Yep, want to move it in the hole just ever so slightly so that our main branches are going the directions that we want the tree to grow.
Okay.
One to the west and one to the east.
Wonderful.
None to the north, none to the south.
Thanks, Trey.
Sure.
Okay, so this one I'm pretty sure is called an opalescent. That's the variety of this apple tree. And we just brought this over to the secret garden where we planted other trees, and it's huge.
So the tree's in the ground, but needs to kind of be coached to grow the right direction. Of course, all the coaching in the world doesn't take the place of the good sun that it's looking for photosynthesis and fruit production. Nice. Stepping in the soil is a great strategy to keep the roots from being loose and having air pockets, which could dry them out, causing the tree not to survive. And got another beautiful apple tree going in for future applesauce for students.
Yeah, food
Exciting.
security right here.